Well, welcome everybody. So in this talk, I'm going to discuss the modern distributed systems fabric and discuss a couple of things that might be related to thinking about modeling and models, etc. I'm not a hardcore modeling person, so I think the connections to the modeling will maybe emerge after you hear my presentation, and we can discuss that in the discussion furthermore. I think I would like to begin with an observation that we currently are in the midst of what I call a smart evolution in which we are increasingly building systems which are composed of three building blocks of people, software, services, and things. And there are a couple of novel kind of examples of these systems, which I call elastic systems. I will come to that point a little bit later, which are representing these types of systems, like in smart homes or in smart buildings, in e-health networks, even in governments, transportation networks, or energy networks. These three building blocks are part of these systems. But what is interesting and changing compared to the past is that there are two new players in such systems. In the previous decades or so, we were mainly concerned with building software systems per se, right? That's mostly what computer science, software engineering, etc. was about. The people were outside the system. They were interacting with the system, but they were not so much the building blocks, neither as providers of data nor as consumers of data, really. And so they were outside the system, only interacting with the system. And the Internet of Things did not really exist even. And even if there were electronic building blocks, there were not mainly concerns of computer scientists, but possibly electrical engineers, for example. Now things have changed. We have to build systems which have these three building blocks, and the abstractions are apparently very different, right? So connecting people to software, connecting things to people and services is quite a challenge. And this is not something that will be fixed in a year or two. This is very fundamental to the core of our profession, if you like. So we can say that everything of these building blocks is connected with each other. Now, this, of course, has tremendous implications for modeling and how we think about the reality that we try to depict in our systems. Whenever we think about a system such as this, I think it is very helpful to go into nature and look into what are very successful, meaning in terms of how many years